Good morning, gamers. All right, so we have our names are on screen again this week, but now in the overlay here, so that's pretty good. Uh, and we're gonna most of it's gonna be a tier list, but we're gonna talk a little bit about the calling and are we combustion blood. I went to two armories and got owned in both of them, mostly a skill issue, but Runeblade hand, yada yada. Uh, we have nothing too surprising.
Yeah. I switched back. Surprise jump scare. I'm not playing Acilio anymore. I'm playing Jarl again. I'm locking Jarl for the PT. No surprise deck changes. 3-0 at Armory. Deck's feeling really good right now. We could talk about more about that deck later when we get into the tier list stuff. But yeah, my week was just playing on Talishar, playing in Armory. Nothing too crazy.
I went to one armory and I got obliterated.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Mocha said that he, went to two armories and got blown out of both of them. I was one of the only games that he was doing the one blowing out.
Bro.
Yeah, so I also picked up the Ziggy recently. We can talk about that a little bit later, but the deck is fun. Finishing up building it in paper, so looking forward to that experience.
Yeah.
Hell yes. I also went to one armory and got a little destroyed. Well, actually, I went 2-1, but the one was fake because the guy had to leave. So I didn't even get to like. But I feel like including the Natty Light, the one guy I beat this week was like a month into playing the game, and every other game was like lost off so little, so 1 or 2 points of value. So honestly, kind of nice.
That's the game we play though, right? It's like these 1 to 2 points is like what lets you win or lose. So it's like at least you're close. At least you're not like dying. Like the opponent's at 20, you just lose the game. It's nothing that bad. Yeah. Do we want to talk about the news this week? The calling that just happened.
Yeah, another 100 points to vary that however many it is with the modifiers.
It's 50, right? It's just 50.
Oh yeah.
It's just
they're 50 now with how the modifiers work.
Still.
Yep. Jacob Clemens winning the calling, and not too surprising. That guy's at every event, and he top 8's like almost all of them. Really good. Showing that Mario isn't cheeks. He also won his nationals as well. You could still play Mario.
Yep.
Yeah, what was it? Do we have anywhere written down exactly how many marionettes points are from Jacob Clemens? Because I think Berto or someone was saying that, joking that, half his points are from Jacob Clemens at this point.
I think I think 75 have been from Jacob Clemens within the last 2 weeks.
Well, callings are 50 each, right?
Yeah, callings are 50 each, and he won UK Natch, which is 25. So he won 25 points for Mario in the last 2 weeks alone.
That means that out of all of Mario's LO points, 125 that we know of, not including like PQs or RTM, or from Jacob Clemens, like at a minimum.
He's a beast. He's just a beast, man.
Yep. Dude knows that deck.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the calling at all a little bit? Like, there was a lot, like top 8 had like what 3 Kasai's in it, right?
It was 3 Kasai's.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really see coming. There were no Acilios, which
it's pretty surprising.
I think they showed the only match they showed on stream with the Acilio was the Betsy game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the Lotus they got,
it was bad.
You would know.
Yeah, it was just bad.
The Acilio was not going to win that game.
No.
Remembrance hitting that deck is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was also like if you watch the stream, like we saw like a lot of slop decks coming to Rise again, right? You had the fatigue
like
Betsy. Yeah, block slop.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yo, block slop. We can talk more about like why we think Kasai is probably. We had 3 Kasai's in the top 8 and stuff like that a little bit later in the tier list. Is there any news we want to talk about before we just jump into the tier list? Do we just want to go right into it?
Yeah, it's time.
Okay, it's time. It's time. Boom. All right, we have our nice names here. You guys get to see our names for just a little bit, and then boom, they're gone. No more names. I hope you remembered. So here's the tier list. Do we want to talk about what we want to do the rankings now, or do you just want to get into the actual like hero rankings first?
No, we can just start placing people.
Okay. Let's go alphabetically, right? That's just how it is. Slippy.
Yep.
What do we think about Slippy? I think this deck is like unplayable right now. I don't think this deck does anything, man.
As long as Mario exists, it would be hard to argue to
Yeah.
ever take Flippy to a Pro Tour.
I think
That's the truth of the matter.
I think it's also just hard to bring this deck when like we expect a lot of the field to be like these blocky, dirtly decks, right? It's like, what does this deck do into those decks? It just like kind of cries a little bit, no? Just does 3 and a 3, you know? It's pretty bad.
Yeah, without what is it? Bonds of Agony.
Yeah.
This deck just doesn't really have anything to really make the opponent too scared outside of what is it?
Mhm.
Toxicity, Kiss of Death.
Yeah. You could do some
Like,
like
that's really all the deck has.
yeah, I don't think it really does anything else. It's a cool deck, but you know, Mario's in the meta. People like to block a lot. It's not doing much. I think we can just put this put it all on black tier pretty easily, and then go to the next one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of cope around like after the Boots of Omniward got put in with like, oh, Marionette's a bit off now. Maybe
Yeah,
people play
maybe
Slippy
play
more,
it.
but
No,
it doesn't
man.
make Slippy any better. It's just
No.
Slippy's
Nope.
still
Yeah.
not able to do a lot against all the D-React decks.
Yeah. We could start next with Huntsman. We're just gonna go through all the Arachnes. I guess they're all in order, huh? Huntsman is like it's like a pretty scary deck, and like when we're talking about like the fatigue, I know the what was the, I'm trying to remember the name. Arachne won a Battlegrounds this weekend, like full fatigue. Arachne won, Huntsman won Battlegrounds. This deck can be pretty scary, just banishing cards from you over and over again, but we'll talk about it a little later. I think this deck just kind of loses to Guardians who just want to play Sledge and then Sledge Arachne over and over again. But it does pretty good into like the aggressive aggro threats. Berta, how do you feel about Arachne if you're playing Acilio? Is it like scary, or do they just give you enough space to where you can do whatever you want?
So once again, like multiple different Acilio variants out there. One thing that I do know that some Acilio lists started doing, the Ghana Flash list at least, was they would bring in the Jap Shap common equipment. I think it's like Orms of Asher Sanctuary into the Mario matchup. Because the whole idea is he does prevent that first mark when they go to a flick.
Yeah.
And from there you can kind of just snowball because
Yeah.
you have to attack now. Before the ban, if the Mario marked you on turn
We're talking
zero-
about Huntsman. We're talking about Huntsman though.
Oh,
We're talking about Huntsman. Yeah. How's the Huntsman?
Oh yeah,
matchup?
it's gonna be very hard.
Yeah, it's just
so-
really bad.
It's just gonna be very bad, especially they play a contract card and they say, "Oh, that's a Gone Flash on top.
Yep.
It's going on the bottom now."
Yep. Or they just
And-
banish it with a Hunter, and then you're just crying infinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's never happened.
Oh yeah, you could just cycle it, right? If they say keep it on top, name Gone in a Flash, you cycle, it gets rid of it.
You have to do it before they name it, so it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, hunted. Then there's the Huntsman.
Yeah.
ability
After the
activation.
trigger happens, it's just over, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to be asleep at the wheel to get
Yeah.
got by that card.
Yeah.
And some huntsmen don't even bring it in
Mhm.
because they pitch a blue to play it on your Ghana Flash, and you go, okay, blank. And they just pitch 2 cards to do nothing. Nowadays it's gonna be scarier.
Yeah. I know from like small experiences, I haven't played against the matchup too much, but I know that normally this matchup just kind of goes like with the Guardians, you just play Sledge and then you just kill them with Sledge and they can't do anything, they just cry.
Yep.
So I don't know how to feel about Arachne. I think he can do really well against like the Syndra, Dio, like these like really aggro decks that we see slowly coming up again, but I don't know if he can like really hang with like, I don't know what like the top deck he's targeting is like what it's probably just Acilio, right?
Acilio, maybe Syndra.
Acilio, maybe Syndra. Yeah, if you count Syndra as really high, we'll talk about that later. We just want to put him in like A or B for now.
Yeah, we're
That's more of
entering
a
a
feature
section
deck.
where all of the decks that are good is Kasai and Fatigue decks.
Yeah.
So, like, if he loses another Fatigue decks like the Guardians, because they can bring Sledge, then that's not very good for him. And I don't know how he does into Kasai, but I think this is
I think Kasai just
blocking
makes
meta,
a bunch of guys, and then what does he can't like kill the guys really that easily, right?
No.
You can kill a guy a turn and then block forever. So maybe B.
Yeah,
for
it's
now?
gross.
Yeah, if he's bad in other Fatigue decks, then B.
Yeah.
But I haven't like ever played those matchups to know.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we can put him in B for now, and then like we'll see how the rest of the tier list goes. I could see him in like the lowest tier of A, pretty easily.
Yeah.
We could talk about Mario now. Yeah, we talked about Mario a little bit with the Acilio, right? You play the new boot, the new ancestral hands as Acilio, right? And that stops the flick.
Just tap your hero, prevent the next 1 damage. So,
but we've
there's
seen
that, but
we've seen. Oh, sorry. We've seen that, like we said, Jacob Clemens earlier. He won the whole calling with this. There was a lot of dirtily stuff in there. I think Mario, when you can, if you're playing against strategies that are just about blocking forever, you inherently are really strong into those because you have like the React package and like T-Tox, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But is Marionette winning these callings or is Jacob Clemens winning the callings? You know, like I feel like we keep seeing him win with Marionette and not a whole lot of other people. So it might be Marionette isn't that strong, but Jacob Clemens is just godlike.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Jacob Clemens is like part of like the top Mario players, right? You can see like for Pro Tour, he's probably still very like positioned pretty well. I don't know if we're saying like top of S. It just depends on how well the rest of like the Mario players have adapted to the Boots of Omniward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand, they're running more copies of Beeper's Call now. Like
Okay.
they're bringing in the 4-3, whereas before that was mainly a 1-up, but slower matchups where you just wanted to kind of jump scare them.
Yeah.
In the late game.
Yeah. I still think Mario is like a deck to beat, right? Like you still have to worry about it. You can't just play you can't just have a sideboard plan and be like, I'm not thinking about Mario. Like it's not like a poopy doopy deck.
No,
Yeah,
the deck numbers are still really good.
Yeah.
Does Omnis Ward not stuff them enough to slow them down?
It does stuff them enough, but there's like the Mario player, if they're good enough, and like Jacob Clemens has showed, like if they're good enough, it doesn't matter, right? Like you could still gap them. Like you could still get through over it.
Yeah, in the final for Shinjuku, the Kasai was running the normal boots and then Astral Helm instead.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I feel like Omnisword, like, I guess either way you're just getting a 1 value technically.
Yeah.
Gear piece, but it's really broken when it.
Yeah,
comes
it stops
in.
a lot. I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I'm like scared of this deck, so I want to put in an S, but I don't want to just put it in A, right? Like I don't want to just put it in
we can
S.
have him in S, and as we explore others, we can knock him down.
So here's my honest opinion: is that when it comes to Mario, yes, Omnis Ward is really powerful, but the pure numbers that the deck has are still enough.
Yeah, it's still enough, right?
Powerful. Like we've all been on the receiving end of the Mario playing 4 dagger pumps, and then going Punic, Teletia. Like
this deck's ability to pitch stack really powerful turns in the late game is also nothing to scoff at, right?
Yep.
It's very, very strong.
Yeah.
All right, we want to talk about Aurora. Mocha, you play this deck. What do you think about this deck?
Please put her in B. Don't put her in Lamau. Please. Don't put her in all black.
Maybe Dark Horse.
She's I think with Skyward Serenade she could even be A. I just don't know if it's like I have to play her a lot more to figure it out. But she's like an aggro deck. You play the cards. If you get to Arc Lightning on a Nimby, it's pretty lit. If you draw 2 Nimbalisms and 2 Skizzics in the same hand, it's like pretty weird, you know. So you can have Runeblade stuff happen to you, but there's still like fundamentally strong stuff going on. You could just, always be playing Syndra instead, probably.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean she's weak. It just is like if you're trying to win, you should play Syndra instead.
Yeah, makes sense. Do we want to put her in? You said you wanted to put her in B, but like, I don't know. The meta for me, it's like you might need to put it in Dark Horse, man. It's like, it's like there's like 2 to 3 other better aggro decks that you could be playing. Like it's like
your whole sideboard is just 12 blues. You shove them into the deck. You run Dread Scythe. There's a fatigue plan.
You just hope.
Is Syndra really that much better into fatigue though?
Yeah, you have uninterruptible damage every turn forever.
Yeah, they can't stop the dagger flicks, so you can go.
Knives.
You have an infinite source of damage. Yeah,
they have to try to kill you.
Ridiculous item.
I want to put her in Dark Horse. Man.
Dark Horse to me implies that they could be like surprisingly do really well, and I don't know if she can.
You want to make a new tier? Is that what we're saying here?
No, B.
No, B. We'll put her in B. I see these 2 decks next to each other, and I'm like, man, one of these is way better. We'll get to it. Betsy, you get to talk more about Betsy now. Now you get to talk about Betsy.
Oh yes, another one of my fuck ass characters.
Let's go.
Betsy, she could also be B. There's like, the calling Shinjuku. People been actually I don't know if it was just that one guy or not, but someone did well with Betsy.
Yeah, do you
Uh,
think the log is like good enough way to like fight the other guardians who are like playing more defensively now?
Yeah. At a baseline, it's just Sledge. She like has Sledge all the time. But then also it can wager gold and get +1 from her hero ability, so you can have 2 cards for 7, doing some overpower. It's like a bit disruptive. So I think it should be good into a lot of the other fatigue decks over time, but I haven't played it out as much. Uh, I imagine she probably, like most Guardians, loses to Kasai. Like Kasai makes a bunch of guys, and then
Yeah,
sad
she's
after that.
crass.
You can't efficiently clear the guys. The guys will slowly chip you down and kill you in the end game, and Kasai can block long enough and make enough gold. I
Mhm.
don't know. Maybe the overpower is enough, because usually as Betsy into Kasai, they have attack reacts and D reacts, so your overpower text is way worse. So if you're depending on that, it's really bad. But if you're just using it as like, well, I'll just try to play fatigue endgame and sledge her to death, then
Yeah.
as long as you don't get by the guys, maybe it's fine. But yeah, overall, Betsy's probably another like actually B tier where there's stuff she can do that's fine, but there's like better decks to play if you want to do that
Yeah.
thing.
I think it's probably better to put her in like the dark horse, right? Because like even at the calling Shinjuku, like we like it's just one guy, right? It's just one guy playing this deck.
Yeah, there's a chance she's actually really good.
Yeah.
You
I-
put her in Dark Horse.
I'd like to see her
You
in the
got some
dark
good
horse.
wins.
Yeah.
Talk a big game also.
Talk a big game. I don't know if she plays it, but talk a big game. It's hype.
I was close to playing it
I-
on her forever ago.
Yeah.
But
I feel like all the heroes that can play talk a big game at minimum are gonna be Dark Horse tier just because
Yeah. I mean, we
Like-
don't know what that card is gonna do yet.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that all it takes is one guy to figure something out, bring it out, and everyone's like, oh, our pants are down. And you taught us.
All right. Bravo. We just put it all on black. There's no more discussion on Bravo.
Put on
well,
that.
he has to pay 2 for dominate without the weird wager stuff. Like maybe there's a chance he can do well because eventually they run out of D reacts before they kill you. Maybe,
man.
but probably not.
Nah, man.
It's looking bleak for Bravo.
No, it's put it all on black. If you're playing
So,
Bravo, you're hitting the
I
roulette
just
table.
So what I just said about every hero that had talk a big game being at minimum Dark Horse, I forgot about Bravo.
Yeah,
which
I'll
should say a lot.
Put him down there. Put him down there, man. There's no. All right. Do you want to talk about Syndra? I think Syndra's the best aggro deck, right? She's just the best aggro deck in the format.
Yeah, so maybe A tier. right now.
No,
Nah,
I think
she's gonna be an S
you
tier.
have to at least put her S tier, man.
Yeah.
You have to at
she's
least put
good
her S
in a
tier.
lot of the fatigue decks.
I'm gonna get my bit out of the oven.
Oh,
so
he's baking
one-
bread. He's baking
So
bread.
important.
We'll talk without him. What does he know about Syndra, man?
Syndra.
I'm
Syndra. 0 for 4 merchant.
0 for 3
That's
merchant.
all
0
you-
for 3 merchant, right? You just
Yeah, and then
took
you
the
have
flicks.
the flicks and the draw and there's some 4s in there sprinkled in as like a little treat. Some Blaze
She's
Hedgehog.
got blazes, There's.
Yeah.
I feel like she's got quite a few the art cards.
Yeah. I mean, she
A
has like
good one at least.
she has ways to like actually play the game against like full blockout decks that aren't trying to like disrupt her in the middle of it, right? She has like the flick loops forever. She's like an actual playable deck, right?
Yeah, I think she's good.
Yeah, I think I like A or S. We'll see how the rest of the tiers look like. I think these lists always sort themselves out better the more you go through, and you can move stuff around.
Plus,
I
like
wanna-
her react card's really silly.
Yeah.
Like lightning press is good, but drawing a card is insane.
She does get hurt like a tiny bit through the ominous horde, right? Everyone's playing ominous horde now. It's like she gets hurt a little bit through that. Like you either lose a flick for a mask trigger once per game, or like if you're an aggro deck, or you can like save it for an ancestral empowerment turn where they try to like use that as a breakpoint to draw 2 cards. That hurts them a lot. I don't know. Now I'm thinking like best aggro deck. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe A.
It is kind of funny that Omnis gets the full 4 versus her compared to
Yeah.
what it does into Mario.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll put her. I think maybe you're right. I think maybe A for now.
Well, it's not the full 4 into Cinder, right? It's just the
It's just the 1-1.
Yeah.
and even then usually you don't block with it for
Two-
1 because they could
2-1
cheat out
tap.
the flicker, all that.
No, you don't get the 2. It doesn't do. It's
Oh, you
arcane.
can't get the
Yeah, you
2?
don't get the 2. It's not arcane.
Also, usually you don't block with it against Syndra because that
Yeah.
telegraphs to them that you could tap yourself and then break the stuff and yada yada.
Mhm.
So you only get the 1, but it stops them from drawing off mask. So
Maybe it is A for now, and we'll see what happens.
I think she's S.
You think she's S?
Yeah.
How's the Acilio
good.
matchup? Yeah, how's the Acilio matchup actually? Does she just smoke Acilio now?
Tony unchanged. Esteli has good tools, but He
This
can
is not
also
worth it.
pick a little bit easier than
Yeah.
Sindra, I think. So
Maybe I'm newbie. Maybe it is S.
Yep.
We'll go S. Because I think
Yeah,
if I look at Dio, I think Dio's just like just maybe just strictly worse Syndra. You just get owned more by fatigue, right?
Isn't
it's the
there's
where it's like against all the block stop decks, you need to know the matchup so well as Dio.
Yeah.
That it was easier to pick up Sindra and do well
Yeah.
in Super T than Dio for sure.
If you're Sam Sutherland, like yeah, Dio's S tier. But you know, if you're not Sam Sutherland, it's like it's pretty hard, man.
how different are all the fatigue matchups for Dio? Isn't it just one giant fatigue matchup? Like
Jarl's pretty bad. Jarl's really bad.
Jarl is different sometimes because your equipment breaks and they give you frostbites and stuff. But for the rest of them, it's like you're just playing against the same fatigue deck.
That's fair.
Like there's only one fatigue matchup to learn, I think.
I think she's still pretty good. I'd say like solid A.
Yeah.
Solid A for Dio.
Yeah.
Dory. There's like a part of me that's like, maybe we'll talk about it later, but I think like we're back like some of my thoughts are because we lost so much power and so much like BS in the game. Like there's not a lot of BS in the game anymore. Like we're back into this like mid-range numbers format where numbers matter so much. We'll talk about it more when Kasai shows up. So like there's a part of me where I'm like, Hatchet Dory time, but that's like crazy. I don't think it's worth it to even think about it.
No.
So I'm like, put it all on black. We're just gambling at that point.
Like, does any of the flurry token stuff not give her sharpen?
There's just not enough of it yet for her. I mean, it's just Mastery Pack. This is like waiting for Mastery Pack Warrior deck. Doesn't matter as much anymore. We can talk about Fi. Thoughts on Fi?
He's fine.
He had a
you know?
crazy showing at US Nats and nowhere else.
He just does that once a year, once every 2 years. He comes out, he's like, surprise.
Yeah.
I'm nuts.
Yep.
And then he disappears.
Dude, it's-
Unfortunately, this time, you should. If it was going to be like Weirds a couple years ago, he should have won. But
yeah.
one of them had the lowest low roll I've seen on stream in a long time. And then the other five, unfortunately, he missed one tuning trigger, which had cascading effects.
Yeah. I think I think Fi like also does well in like the block slop decks too, right? He's like infinite recursion, right? You just do the Phoenix Flame.
Emberblade's really good.
Emberblade.
Phoenix Flame's really good.
His pop off terms with Farda War are really strong.
He's another A tier aggro deck, right? He's
Yeah.
put him in the pile.
Yeah. Fang? Thoughts on Fang?
Ooh.
If you're Bird Cabrera, this deck's pretty good.
Dark Horse, maybe Fang is good. Maybe.
maybe.
Was he doing the Great Axe Fang or
No. Bird plays full aggro. She's like full aggro with it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Beard Cabrera innovate on Joanna's Phoenix Flame list.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's go Dark Horse for that by itself.
I think yeah, I don't think you can do too much with this deck. I think it's
It
just
would be
fine.
kind of funny if Block Slop Fang just somehow
Comes back up. Yeah.
was good in this meta.
I guess we can talk about Gravy next. Gravy's a very interesting deck to me. Everyone says Gravy's strong, but I think about like all the top decks and I'm like, you should just mop Gravy. Like I'm not.
We've had his matchups wrong for a while, so it's like people go, oh, he's like a deck like Illusionist. He plays guys. He loses to Ninja. You know, he's like bad into the aggro decks.
Mhm.
In reality, Gravy's been fine into aggro decks for most of the time, I would say. Like I think that's it was Justin Koo if ever go saying that. He's like, yeah, I usually beat Syndras. It's like I think the matchup's good. So but then also back then you thought, oh well, he also auto beats Guardians because like Guardians are fatigue and they're slow and all this stuff. So when you play the minion deck, you just win. In reality, the matchup was like held together by Remembrance and the Guardians getting afraid to only clear allies and just they would try to kill you instead of the allies. There was a lot of stuff holding the matchup together that now isn't there anymore. So in reality now I think Gravy is good into aggro decks and bad into fatigue decks.
Yeah.
It's like maybe there'll be stuff for Gravy to be good into fatigue decks again, but without the easy answer of like remembrancing back boats, it's a lot more work. It's way harder.
Do you think they play like
So-
Murray for real now? It's like we play Murray for
Oh.
real now and try to do double
No.
ally turns against Guardians to like force them to clear the Murray instead of like the stronger ally. Like you play Murray and Scuba and it's like, what do you do, man? You're just crying.
Maybe it's lit, but I don't know. I can't see.
It's so bad, man. It's so bad.
Maybe there's I mean, illusionists are used to doing things that are on their face very bad and bad at rate, but
Yeah.
it just works. It just manages to.
Yeah.
Some bullshit gets to happen and it works.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to put him in A?
yeah, that's probably where he goes.
Grave seems good. I think top of A feels good for him.
Yeah.
No.
You can talk about Hala. This deck is not real. This is immediately.
Warrior?
It's
Yep.
Mastery Pack Warrior isn't out yet. This deck's not real. Not a real
It
deck.
could be real, but I have no idea.
The deck.
it on
Whenever I
black
play
too.
against it, it just like does an impressive thing once a game, and you're like, wow, that was like 18 value. Wow. That's
Anyway,
it.
yeah, next turn.
Yeah, next turn. Oh, you Brett. Yeah, it's done. It's not good. We can talk about Ira. There's been talks about Ira being very strong. This like more defensive Ira deck. Ira had a large. I don't know what her conversion rate, but she had a large like a lot of people were playing Ira at the actual event. At the calling. I think this deck could be pretty good. You know, you have like a really good game plan into the Guardians. You just Kodachi lock them early on, and they're kind of owned. You just kind of beat Gravy, I think, most of the time. You can play like this defensive. I'm just gonna clear guys, trigger mask, or threaten mask trigger every turn. Very strong. You have I hear you have a strong matchup in Mario. I don't know. I've never played it. I haven't played Ira in a long time. Who knows? Syndra probably is actually a little scary, but other than that, I think you're actually doing pretty good as Ira. I think Ira's pretty alright right now.
I think if Gravy's deck is working, he should be favored in Ira's.
Okay.
Is how I remember it going. Because if Ira's trying to just play like the numbers game with you, she's doing her like 2-card 8s every
Mhm.
turn. But as Gravy, you can surge to do a lot more than that and still also present some more numbers back.
Yeah.
And if Ira draws a bad card off mask, which is half the cards in her deck,
Yep.
then she's no longer getting the like, oh, it just works out where it's paying itself off.
What if
So,
she's full fatiguing you?
well, then that's probably pretty sad. But
Yeah.
if it's the ones with mask momentum and they're instead trying to like farm the guys and
Yeah.
play aggro, then a better time into that.
Anyone have any other thoughts on Ira and her position? How do you feel Ira does into Cilio?
If they tech heavily enough, like
Yeah.
if they're bringing in weakest links, weakest link is going to be the biggest one that
Yep.
they can bring in. I believe it's called
Sensor
Enact Vengeance.
Sensor's
on
pretty good
top
too,
of
right?
Sensor, yep.
Yep.
That's another option you have. Enact Vengeance, the other version of CNC that she has access to.
She's not playing that though, right? It's Kodachi Ira the full way.
Yeah, but you can still like play that. It's another disruptive effect.
Doesn't it need to have Edge of Autumn prior for it to do anything? The Enact Vengeance, right? That's the one that's like Edge of Autumn. You play Edge of Autumn, you play it. It's CNC for 7. We can play D-Reacts.
Let me check because I haven't seen that card in a bit.
Yeah, you haven't seen Edge of Autumn in a bit. The phone wiggling is so awesome, man. This is so hype.
Yeah, man, this is a professional thing I'm doing.
This is the most professional setup of all
It
time.
is.
Yeah.
That is that.
Edge of Autumn,
my
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, not a good card. I think she's probably all right. She probably has like 50-50 matchups across the board. Probably right. Slight favored,
Maybe
slight
like
unfavored.
45s, but yep.
Yeah. She seems all right.
It's a big difference between everything being even enough versus everything slightly unfavored.
Yeah. Do you want to put her in B or A?
The bucket, the B bucket.
The B bucket. Yeah, I
It
like
does
this.
seem like a solid option.
Yeah, I like the way this looks. We can talk about Jarl, my hero, right? I'm playing Jarl because I think he's really well positioned. If we look at currently the top 3 decks, he beats 2 of them, and then the other one is kind of coin flippy. He also does really well into currently. I think he does a lot of strong things into the more dirtily decks because he has cards like Mangle to get over. Like he has a lot of evasive damage in that sense, and Oakenroll's really strong. He also has the most recursion currently out of all of the other dirtily decks. So if you want to play more defensive, you can play like 3 Sotamaros and like keep bringing back Oakenrolls and then slamming them in their face over and over again. If you want to do something like that.
And Mangle is evasive damage because you're pitching
You're
for
pitching
the
to
gloves,
the
right?
arms,
The
yeah.
ice gloves that make it Mangles have dominate.
Yep, you pitch your pulses to that, and then you do Mangle for 10 dominate, and then sometimes it has an effect. Against Gravy, you just break their compass and they lose the game. There's like actually no hope anymore, I think.
Yep.
I hear some Gravy say like, no, it's not like that. I literally don't see how they win after their compass is broken now.
I'll believe it when I see it.
There's still a 1 in a trillion chance that it works out where like if you get to this loop eventually, if you like are playing all the gold kiss rums and you have enough rums stacked up, and you can use that and all this yada yada. But no, it's really bleak. It's like usually you should just get up.
Yeah. I think he's really good. He also does he plays Sledge. He could play against Arachne. That's pretty hype. Your Ira matchup isn't that good. Your Acilia matchup. The Fi matchup is odd. It's very odd.
Or Kasai.
Oh, Kasai, you're crying. Kasai, it's like your worst matchup ever. It's like you have to just high roll them or scoop. It's that bad, man. It's so bad.
Hope to kill them before they can make a bunch of guys.
Yeah. Your Acilia matchup, it's you have to roll the dice like you do against every other Acilio matchup as everybody else. You just have to hope that you can beat them in the sideboarding. But if they're playing Gone in a Flash, like, and you play all the D-Reacts, like, you have a pretty good chance. You can play Blizzard now, which is strong on their medium turns. You have Stalagmite now, which is very strong. The Acilios have to see their E-Pot in the first half of their deck, or it's kind of scary, I think. Do you have any other matchups or opinions on that matchup, Berto?
Yaros will always manifest CNC Pummel into Fused Oakenold. They manifest it into existence.
Yeah, they do. Only on Talishar, though. It's only on Talishar that they get it.
It really is only on Talishar. I don't know. Well, no, Kana did that to me at the Natty Light.
He did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we got that wrong last time. We said it was
sitting next to me and just going, "Oh my god," the entire time.
So bad. I think we could put Jarl in 8th tier. I like him right below Gravy, I think. Maybe above. For now.
We got to put him in Dark Horse tier.
No, man. Jarl's going to be... Jarl's crazy. Pablo won his Nats on Jarl. This deck's real.
The deck is very good.
Yeah, the deck's very good.
Like,
yeah.
Fused Oakenold is still one of the best things you can do in the game.
Yeah. I agree.
Like,
he has enough... He has like 4 or 5. This is one of the best things you can do, and he just does them in a row, and it's lit. You know, Felling, CNC Pummel, Fused Oakenold. You just have to do them turn to turn, and it's lit.
Plow under, you know.
And then occasionally, sometimes, if your opponent's strategy is very reliant on a piece of equipment like a lightning geese, for example.
Yeah, you could just get owned. Like, you could just get turn 1 crumbled into like turn 2 frozen to death, and then you're just like, oh well, that's it. That's GG's actually.
Yep.
It's very strong.
Only matchup I miss Reaping Blade.
Oh yeah, we
crying.
We played. Yeah, me and Jordan played before the Armory, and I gained. I went up to 50 life against him.
It was 50 to 23. I had to bring it all the way back, and then I got Ripple Away at the end.
You almost brought it back. Your guy stayed around for like 8 billion turns. I couldn't kill him. It was so sad.
He was going gang. Absolutely.
We could talk about Kasai now. I think after this calling performance, I think she's pretty solidly probably like an S tier, or at least like the top end of A. I don't know how gatekeepy we want to keep S tier, but this deck is ridiculous, I think.
It's 2 S's, you know. It's Kasai.
Yeah, that's
true.
The first double S deck.
Mm-hmm.
She's Kasai's very good, I think, right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's things are slow enough, no one can just kill her. You're blocking out.
Yeah, you get so much value out of Dynamos now.
Yeah,
I was about to say the boots are broken.
Yep.
If the theoretical meta is like Ocilio and a bunch of Dirtily decks and Kasai, then she's good in all the Dirtily decks, and then not good into Ocilio, right? Ocilio still vaporizes her, not as much as he used to, but
Gone in Flash is still gonna be hard for her. I'd imagine the Etherflare versions do much better against Kasai.
Yeah, they just kill her. She like actually loses, right?
She doesn't have a lot of AB options. That's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah. Does anybody know how Kasai does in a Mario? I feel like that might be pretty hard for her, actually.
No, from what I heard, it's pretty favorable for Kasai because she has like Kabuto, she has Blunton.
Oh yeah, Blunton just like hoses it, huh? And she has she's the Kabuto, yeah.
She has, she can block one, defend very efficient 2-card hands. Like from what I hear, Kasai tends to do well.
That makes sense.
Into Mario.
Yeah. I'm down to put her. Do we want to put her above or below Syndra?
She might be at the top, man.
You think so?
This might be the high right now.
It's like her and Acilio, I think, right? 2-deck format. Fun. Yeah. Not 2-deck. You can play so many decks. It's so broken.
Yeah.
Katsu. This deck is so explosive, man. Like this deck can just win games.
This is a real what I think of as dark horse.
This is
where,
like this is a
everyone
real
thinks it was
dark
bad,
yeah.
but also
Yeah.
like, oh wait
Yeah.
a minute, fuck, they found some Katsu list, and now
Yep.
we're all gonna explode.
Yeah, this deck is actually dark horse. This is the most dark horse deck in every format. Katsu is a dark horse deck, I think, man. This deck is ever since they unbanned bonds, this deck's
Yeah,
crazy.
'cause you like get jump scared by it. You're like, oh yeah, they're allowed to play bonds.
Yeah.
Like that's a legal
Yeah.
card in their deck.
Yeah.
It's been legal this whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. They'll like do nothing for 5 turns, and you're like, huh, this is easy. And then you like they're like 40 damage a turn, and you have to block right or you lose. And it's just it's so crazy.
It starts off with them going season strike,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, this card is
Yeah.
sucks.
The deck has like inbuilt ways to like beat like block slop decks too, right? With the oh my god, what are they called? The Shuriken support, right? You just go.
I think
you
there
just go
is
tall.
one that is like good into block slop decks,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I'm not
mostly-
talking about the new ones that are like Kodachis. I'm talking about like the one that just pumps it by 1 as an attack reaction.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Really strong. I think that's it for Katsu. He's just an explosive combo deck that just kills you sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting into some slop, man. This is I'm putting him all on black. I don't think he does anything.
who's that?
The loss of Mandible Claw has really been tough for a lot of
It's-
roots.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's RKO. We could talk about Levia. This is actually the put it all on black. We're just gambling deck.
Oh, 100% putting it, especially now
Yeah.
with talk of big game. If they can
Yeah.
figure that shit out,
What was the last thing Mansant said about Levia? That's what I think is the last thing Mansant said.
He did. Ooh. We could talk about Lyeth. This might be a dark horse deck. I have no idea. We saw this deck once, I think, once or maybe twice on stream for the calling,
Talk a
and
big game.
he played
called
Talk a Big Game for 8, and it didn't connect.
Yeah, he called it one too high. The opponent
Yeah.
blocked well enough to
Yeah.
they got it.
yep.
That's funny.
I would put Lyeth in dark horse. too.
Dark horse, yeah.
Like
You were talking about how Lyeth has a lot of tools to beat Cilio, right?
yes.
No. It's not a free matchup.
What is it like? Lyeth naturally plays a lot of prevention effects because, his cards will always block with, so he finds all these prevention effects that his hero ability doesn't interact with.
Mhm.
So, like, he usually has some numbers of, like, Steadfast, I think it's called, Oasis, if I just, like, have that at effect. He has Two-Face, which is a very strong option that Acilio has to kind of sequence things well around to not get owned by him.
Mhm.
And what are the other options? Like, cut a long
is,
story short, I believe is one of his. Yeah, just like if it crushes, I believe. Every card your opponent has basically has a light hero text, which is it's
Yeah.
I believe like it's hero and it's power and toughness are
Reduced by half. Yeah.
Which, like, if you line that up against a Gauntlet Flash team, you say, like, they lose half the value they get on that team.
That makes sense.
So if Acilio is well represented, I can see Lights going in and doing very well in that kind of meta.
That makes sense.
Yep.
You can talk
Also, what is it? Leave them hanging.
about
Your opponent's topic boots. They bounce Gauntlet Flash, and then you go leave them hanging. You snipe them. And it's like, well, I just lost this game.
Yeah. I guess next is Marlin. Mocha, another deck Mocha plays. You get 2 back-to-back again, man. This is crazy.
Hell yeah. She's probably be with the rest of the piles of like she can do cool things sometimes. If when you get to actually like use your like a 3-card hand to do 10 overpower and strip away a card every turn, it's cool.
I think
And
if
sometimes you get more for slightly more.
Yeah.
But
I think if the deck works every hand, it's pretty good. Like it's a pretty good deck.
yeah, 3-card 10 taking away a card is
Yeah.
that's really good, but it doesn't do that every turn.
No.
So.
I
And
played
there's
against
people play a lot of cards that introduce fail states also usually because to get like higher highs, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I can have an overpower for 18 if I have these extra pumps, and then it makes it blood rot and all this stuff. But then you're a lot more variance.
Yeah. I played against Danny at the Armory, and I normally like am pretty scared of Marlin, just because like they could just rip cards from your hand every turn and do a lot of evasive damage that's hard to deal with. But she just didn't shoot an arrow for like 3 turns, like she just couldn't. So she just exploded. This deck has a lot of fail states that can just happen, but when it does its thing, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it has like a scary time into Marionette and Kasai.
Yeah.
Like Kasai has attack reacts and D reacts, the overpower's fake. and then Marionette can disrupt your arsenal or mess with your setup.
Yeah.
So she's just not good into the top decks, and into the pile of fatigue slop. It's like maybe because you overpower every turn, but yeah, it's just B. She's in the B pile.
B pile. Do you want her below or above Aurora?
I don't know.
Yeah. I had the opposite situation into Jeremy at Armory where he just killed me because I didn't draw any attacks. It really is just the ultimate tempo deck. Like
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as you lose the tempo on her, it's so hard to claw it back.
She feels like an OG Ranger. She feels like Azalea, man. It's like you just gotta hit. You gotta keep hitting.
That's why I think it's huge to build her where you can block more. So that
Yeah.
way you're not just like taking damage for no reason, trying to send small stuff. You can pick and choose to when you're like, actually, I'm taking the tempo back now.
She also has like a
That's
really
my
good
turn.
late game thing against like the dirtily decks too, right? Like she just gets to loop 8 overpower over and over and over and over
It'd be
again.
6.
Oh, 6
harpoon you
overpower?
make is 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Very strong.
But yeah, 1 gold to make a harpoon, and then
Yep.
if it hits with the overpower, if you tap your hook, you get the gold back.
Yep.
So you get the harpoon back.
Makes sense. Max, what are you? Is it Max's
I-
time?
I have not played him since Pen, I think, or really thought about him too much.
You didn't even get to play with the new pen cards.
Yeah, but I think this might be another in my head like real Dark Horse deck where there's a chance he's actually really good, but no one has talked or played him in however long, because nothing has changed to make Max not do his broken stuff anymore. And I was playing Max when like Verdansk was around, thinking, oh, this deck kind of could have like a place in the meta. Like I could play this at an event in like that October PQ season. So as everything else has gotten weaker around him, there's something. Maybe he just like sucks in the Marionette, and it's not worth playing. I don't know, but the Max where you have like the core of you're just playing the good boost cards, and then sometimes you get into the mech, is pretty sick. Maybe it's not better than Dashio, but your matchup spread's going to be a lot different with
Yep.
being able to hop into the mech. So he might be Dark Horse or in the B pile.
I don't know, man. I think this deck doesn't do anything. Personally.
Put him in Dark Horse.
Put him in Dark Horse. I'll put him in the bottom of Dark Horse. Can we move Fang up to B?
That's probably fair, I think. Yeah.
I think we move him up to B. If
Based on
Marlon's
whoever
here,
else
dude. If
is there.
Marlon's here, like,
Well, Marlon's way better than Fang.
you think?
Marlon's like a real deck.
We'll do this then. These two are similar in my brain. Olympia, the one and only put it all on black deck, right? It's like the whole event is based on putting it all on black.
Yeah, he's got to be
yeah.
captain. Put it all on black.
Yeah, the captain. We'll put him at the top. We'll talk about Acilio now. We'll have Berto talk about Acilio, the good one. Acilio, the good one.
You guys might want to put a timer on me.
We'll do a little bit of all 3 versions, right? So like, what do you think is the strongest one?
So before seeing Conning Shinjuku, I would tell you that Ghana Flash was the best one. But when you look at the Dutch conversion rate, what that tells me is that people have found ways to kind of hedge their bets against all versions of Acilio in a way that doesn't like leave them owned if they guess wrong.
Mhm.
So we had like, basically like what we were talking about with the equipment suite and what you should be doing into Acilio. Like the equipment suite that you landed on was one that I'm like, this does a good job of. You know, you want to gear yourself more towards the Ghana Flash version, which will most likely be the most represented, while not opening yourself up to the ether for healers that can just explode you. Counterbin, I believe there was a Battlegrounds that was just won by, I forgot the dude's name, but his list was a kind of modified Counterbin that also looked pretty good. I know that Margin lost to it. So it's really weird because in a way, Acilio is an S tier deck. In a lot of ways, like people are gearing their sideboards mainly to beat Acilio.
Yeah.
But I also feel like he's a weird Dark Horse contender as well because there's so many ways that
Yeah,
people are
it's
still like exploring his chord for
Yeah.
and figuring out like, hey, we can do this.
it's the deck that's obviously S tier, but like who knows what's the best version of the deck to play?
Exactly. And I'm gonna kind of touch on that more with Ziggy later on, but Acilio right now, obvious F tier.
Do you want to put him above Kasai?
Multiple different versions.
'Cause, like,
And
I think because a large portion of my testing was how do I beat all the versions of Acilio. I found out you can't really do that easily, so it's but like all the testing so far has just been like, how do we beat Acilio all versions and then be happy with it? So like he's like
Yep.
the most meta warping hero, right? Like he just has to be.
Oh, 100%. Like
He's,
Yuki the other day posted a list that was on
that
the Patreon.
that version was sick. That version was sick.
It's a hybrid list.
Yeah, the
I haven't put much
Aether
time
Flare
into it.
hybrid gone up. It's so epic.
Yep.
I think
Like,
putting
I
up
haven't
there
put
makes
much
sense.
time
and
into it,
then-
but the theory behind it works. It's
Yep.
just like how can you properly prepare into a deck that you don't know what it's going to be doing until you show the equipment. That's the whole issue.
Yeah.
And like there was one dude, and I forgot which Nats, but he had a brainstorm plan against Fatigue.
I saw that. That was sick.
Who in the right mind will ever game plan for that?
We're teching for brainstorm. It's Volta time.
Wizards
Like,
just have too much bullshit.
Yeah, they really do. They're trying to cheat, man.
Oh
do,
yeah.
Do we think top
I feel
S is
like
fair
that's so
then?
fun.
This is the best.
Yeah.
This is the best deck. This is the best deck.
I think
Yeah.
when you have 3 viable lists, like it's hard
Yeah.
to not argue.
Yeah.
Also put Sender down on A now.
think so?
Knock her down. Get her out of there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was like, it's not looking right. We think we like
Yeah.
this. Do we like this for A so far? We'll fix everything when we go later. Actually,
No.
Yeah, we can do a final review.
Acilio 2, like
Dark Horse.
this deck is real. This deck is real.
It's video 2, put it all on black.
And
I was gonna say put them in the mines.
I think it's a real deck, man. But it's like the only reason you would ever play this over the original Acilio is if we had like the first place metal cards that Riftbound has. Is the only reason you would ever play that deck.
Yeah, actually,
That's
in
funny to think about.
isolation, I can see it makes sense for him to be input all in black because everyone who would use their brains to think about a better way to build the deck is
Yeah.
using that brain power elsewhere. There's no way they would be using it into
Yeah.
this hero. So
Yeah.
if there was no Acilio 1, then Dark Horse, like
Yeah.
maybe there'd be something. But otherwise, yeah, put all in black.
Yep.
We can talk about Pleiades next. This deck is real. This is a real deck. This is a scary
yeah.
deck.
Yeah.
I put Sledge back in my deck to beat this deck.
Yep.
Have you ran into? Is that a thing you've ran into a lot? The
Yeah.
slop.
Yeah, on my testing, I've had to play against Pleiades. I played against a full fatigue Pleiades. That wasn't like doing too much with like talk a big game. Is that what's the name of the card?
Talk a big game.
Talk a big game. It is called that. Yeah, it wasn't doing anything with that. It was like full fatigue slop, like how they used to be playing it. It was very scary, but I was able. The deck is slow enough when I play Sledge, and it lets me pitch enough when I play Sledge that I was allowed to pitch stack crazy style. I think I did Mangle for 10 dominate, into Felling for 11, into Fused Oakenold, into Fuse Oakenold, into E-Strike Felling, into E-Strike Felling. I think that was my last 5 turns or so.
Yeah.
So when you're able to do that, it's not that good. But like this deck, like what is Acilio doing against this deck? It just cries, right? Like it just loses.
Right now, it is very hard
Yeah.
for Acilio.
Yeah, I mean, I think this
Like-
deck is really good. This to me
Yeah,
is
fun
like
fact.
sorry, you go.
So, fun fact about Fatigue Pleiades, the breakout tournament for that deck was Conning Columbus. You know, the first conning that I went to. And my round 1 opponent was Damian Riggins, the guy that made that deck. That would stick with me for a long time.
Yeah.
He placed well there too, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
He made top 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. My thoughts on this deck are like, this is also when we go back to like, what's the true definition of a dark horse? Like, this is a true definition of a dark horse deck, I think. But I think it's so good that I'm almost like, it's like top of A. It's like top of B, bottom of A in my head. Like, this deck is scary to me.
Yeah.
Like if it's a dark horse, it's just because we haven't seen it do stuff yet.
Yeah, like,
in,
they're-
the
yeah.
last couple weeks.
I'm thinking like here. I'm thinking like here in B.
Yeah, she could be high B or low A. I'm
Yeah.
happy with her in the B bucket.
I think she would be an A, but the thing, so
It's a hard deck, man. It's a hard
it is
deck.
very hard, but it also lost its biggest predator in Victor. Victor did
Yeah.
very well into this deck.
And also remembrance too. It losing remembrance is like remembrance is how you like beat the deck actually.
Yes, and like she has a lot of recursion options.
Yeah, dude. I was playing when I was doing testing. I like didn't think about it, but they play Ominous Excavation. It's horrifying, dude. Ominous Excavation is so scary. Card's gotta that card. I thought that card sucked, and now I'm like, this card's gotta go. it's
I
so
wouldn't doubt
stupid.
it because that get banned at some point.
That's not
later on in the
not
future.
now, but like, it's gotta go eventually, man.
It is one of those cards that you look at and it's like one day.
Yeah. It's
It's
day
one
to
card
do
for one.
something that is not okay.
Listen, we just banned Remembrance. We can have Omnus Excavation for like another 10 years.
yeah.
It's, it's fine.
I
It's only
wouldn't
one
doubt it.
card for
That's
one
gonna get
card. It's
banned.
fine.
In Pleiades, it's like one card for 2 cards though, and that's crazy.
That's one deck. You get to have some
Yeah,
decks that get to use it to be broken.
That's fair.
you know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's not like how Ardor was, where every single deck that's aggressive gets to use it to be broken. It's just
Ardor's
like
so
there's a couple
sick.
fatigue decks.
They
that
got
get-
they got to unban
yeah,
Ardor.
it's weird.
They got to unban Ardor when Chain
I want
comes
to play
out.
with that card.
Yeah. We could talk about Puffin. I think this is like a B slop deck. Right?
Yeah, you play all the boost cards and then
Yeah.
sometimes
There
you
was-
send boats.
I'm trying to remember. There was a event recently where the Pirate Puffin, I think it's Italian Nats Pirate Puffin one.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just a solid B
That's
tier
the
deck.
match that boost up in one.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about that deck is it runs 10 copper cogs.
Yeah.
I booted it up once, and my opening hand
Oh.
was 3 copper cogs. And I drew 4 more copper cogs over the next 2 turns, and I'm like, this ain't it, man.
Yeah.
This is not for me, man. I can't live with this possibility.
You got gapped. You got gapped. That's all I could say.
Yep.
Who's next? The Rhinar? This is a Dark Horse deck, I think, right?
Dark Horse here.
This deck can just
Yeah.
win.
I think you can't put like Blood Rush Bellows. It's the Dark Horse card, the Dark
Yeah.
Horse deck.
Especially when
So,
You have scab skins. Of course you're the dark horse.
Yeah. But turn 1 every time.
it is PT
You're in
Vegas, man.
Vegas.
So, like, also just remember that Eugene did make top 8 at PT Yokohama
Yep.
with Jarno.
Yeah.
And that dude's a math major. They gave him talk a big game. He's gonna be doing so many mid-round math calculations that it'll make your head spin.
Yep.
Reinar's potential man, right? In my head, I'm like, actually, this meta could be really good for him, and then he's not gonna do anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
That's why
Ori.
it was a
I'm always
Joey
like,
Rhino.
yeah. It's this meta
oh,
Dory could
yeah.
do well, and then
you,
it doesn't
you
never
just
happens.
you always seem to roll the dice one too many times with Reinar, and you just get your fucking whole life taken away.
The house always wins, G.
I
In
think
actuality, he
so
could be
true.
like a low A tier deck if things line up and it's like
Yeah.
fatigue actually is on top and all the stuff. But if not, and it's just like business as normal, then he'll
Yeah.
be a dark horse, do nothing.
I think it's
Bad boy.
I think it's top of Dark Horse. This is like the most viable out of the Dark Horse decks, I think.
Yep.
So good. It's not Riptide's meta. I'm sorry, Riptide fans. It's not Riptide's meta. This guy's got to
One
go.
more
I-
expansion
I'm still thinking
fuck
about
One more
Rhinar.
expansion
Oh, you still
fuck
think about
card.
Reiner? You go back to
Because
Reiner.
there's so much really good Rhinar stuff, right? Like Ravenous Medax, you pitch, you draw a discard, you intimidate and swing. What's it, 4 or 5?
It's
Right?
5. It's
like,
5, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5. That's so crazy. I was thinking 5, and I'm like, there's no way it's 5. I have to misremember.
No,
it.
dude, it's
like,
5.
It's so sick. But then there's all these weird failure states, and you can just draw a discard and explode. Like,
Yeah.
it's just there's so many individual broken things,
Yeah.
but it never works to string them all together
Yeah.
enough to get to a win. Something always fails.
I think the reason why he is Dark Horse is because there's only been one player that has like actually like honed in on it, right? Like there's only one guy. It's like the
Yeah.
average person should not play this deck.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Well, back to Riptide. It's not Riptide's meta. It's
He's so green though. He's so green.
I don't know what that guy does even.
Have you never played against a Riptide?
Yeah, I have. I'm just,
Okay, go.
I'm trolling.
Yeah.
He gets expansion slot cards that do nothing for him.
Yep. Rainbow Goo Trap.
Right.
It's Rainbow Goo Trap time.
The slow edition
Oh, shit.
of cards helped him. They just didn't make him meta relevant until the end of a meta every time. It's always like, wait guys, we can play Riptide actually. This meta's sick, and then someone gets rotated out or a new set comes out and he's not viable anymore.
Yeah.
We always find out too late.
Yeah, it makes sense. I do want to talk about this actually. I want to talk about Bolton for a little bit. I think this deck is like theoretically Dark Horsey. You can play combo Bolton and then probably be pretty happy in the most of the fatigue weenies. And probably do fine in the other decks too, right? You can just play pure Sabers combo.
I can see that.
How many, if it's fatigue weenie meta, how many of these decks are gonna have that one card that's like, if it hits, the opponent has to discard a card? It's like the 4 cost for it. I feel like that rate's too good for it. But there's like tools people have, I think, as fatigue decks to be able to like stop that kind of stuff now. They might just be running to stop other fatigue decks.
I mean, I think like I think like Bolton into Jarl's pretty rough, but I think he just hoses the other ones. Maybe not Huntsman, because Huntsman's scary actually. Well, I guess you just don't attack ever, so it's like what's gonna get ripped off the top. I don't know. It's very interesting. I want to put him in Dark
Yep.
Horse. I think he's good.
I was thinking of hostile encroachment,
Oh,
where
okay.
when it attacks they draw, but then also if it does 4 or more they discard, so you can like
Mm,
keep that until they're trying to be like, oh, time for my combo. You know, they have the very thin deck, and you
Yeah.
can get them and make them block with the cards they don't want to block with.
that makes sense. I mean, like we just talked about Pro Tour Yokohama with Reinar and Eugene. Yeah. Josh Lau went 7-1 with pure combo Bolton in CC.
Yeah.
At that Pro Tour. I think it's a real deck, and that meta was way faster than this one. So having more
That
time to
was
set up.
insidious meta.
Yeah. I think I'm happy with putting him in Dark Horse. Maybe
Yeah, Warrior tier, put him in warrior tier.
Teklo, I don't know enough about this deck to give a fair rating. Like it could be B slot.
I think it's a B tier deck.
Yeah.
Like he can show up, he can
He can
he
get
has
Singularity and start
enough
hosing
numbers.
people.
The big issue with him is Mario, because
Yeah.
if they ever send a stealth attack,
Yep.
you can never use your armor against that.
You could be a freak too and play the shield and Kasai or just like hose them.
think-
Yep.
I can never tell how much of Tekla is like actually really cool and broken stuff, and how much is just like the smoke and mirrors of like, okay, well I played a card that only actually is blocking for 1, that'll then discount the next thing by 1. But also when I'm doing this, I'm drawing cards to get further into my deck to get closer to the next thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many moving parts that look really, really good, but in actuality are probably just fine enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he might be another B tier pile, especially losing to Marionette. That's enough to kind of. It's very hard to justify going to a Pro Tour
Yeah.
losing to Marionette.
Tough Nuts next. If we talk about this hero for less than 10 seconds, Matt is gonna like hit us on the head with a rock in real life. Sorry, Matt. You're gambling. It's put it all on black. This deck sucks.
The issue with the thing is the amount of times during that I heard Matt say this exact same sentence to me. I activated Tough Nut and I hit one of the 3 Reds in my deck and lost because of it. I heard that like 5 times over Nat's weekend.
Yeah, it's not worth it, man.
It happens every time.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, Tough Nut has a couple cool broken things, but I think overall it's never gonna be enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a chance that someone could like solve it and do all this crazy work, and then he's just like fine.
Yeah, I think that's probably where Matt is right now. I think Matt's Tough Nut makes Tough Nut a fine deck.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah.
fine. Azuri.
Put on black.
gambling.
It's not good.
Extreme.
We'll go down a little bit now. Valda, I think, has like actually a really interesting. She like segments a really interesting part of like the meta, right? Like she actually, I think, is like playable maybe.
I can see it. She does well into Acelio.
Yeah.
Just like naturally punishes
Yep.
Acelio using its hero attacks.
Yep.
Kasai will give
Yeah.
her seismic surges.
Yep.
Yep.
Dominate
Gra-
into all the
Gravy
defensive
gives her
decks, she'll
seismic
have defensive
surges. Yeah, she has an okay matchup in a Gravy now, right?
Yep. You can play very efficient hands into other aggressive decks like Syndra and Mario.
mhm.
Like you have good options.
You have like an okay matchups into the other Guardians, right? Like you're naturally a more offensive Guardian. You can leak damage.
That's what people say, and then it feels like every time I see that matchup played at a really high level,
They
the
just get
other
smoked,
Guardian
yeah.
just smokes them.
I don't know. I haven't played it. I haven't played the matchup yet. Maybe there's a. I remember when you talked about calling Columbus. I remember calling Columbus. The Valda I played there was on a lot of the. He called them the Kaijus, like the 10 costs or the 10 powers that like do stuff in the Guardians.
From Mass Effect
The old
Guardian.
ones.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
the anti-Guardian cards, right? I don't know. I think this deck's pretty good.
There's a lot of
I'm
card
being A
draw
tier
in our
Valda
top
believer.
8.
Yeah, there's a lot of card draw in the top 8, like you said.
Yep.
Do we want to put
Valda
her?
A tier.
You said
put her
A
in A
tier.
tier.
You said A, bottom of A, bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right. That's why I put her.
Vincent, Jordan.
I mean, Vincent is pretty solid right now. She's getting a lot of good placings. I will say, I looked at Brody Spurlocks. I have no room to speak because that guy's a god at this game. But I can't. I really don't like the tear through the portals. And 5 fasting carcasses. I thought he was running like 1 or 2 maybe, but he's got 3 red, 2 blue. I don't know if I can get behind that. I think it's really risky.
Yeah.
with the oh, actually, is he not running the attack that? Oh yeah, he is the one that banishes off the top. With that, it's some 5 out of 60. I'm like, I'm gonna hit that every game. I'm
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah,
I
both,
don't
both
think I
just
could.
cards that are shadow non-attacks that are giving something else go again. Turns the portals are attacks
Yeah.
and the fasting carcasses are non-attacks, right?
Yeah, I totally get like cutting out the machinations and wanting to run actual shadow cards that activate Vincent, but
Mhm.
like, ooh, that's the list is. I mean, he made top 8 again.
Yeah.
I can't talk, but
I mean,
that's rough.
Vincent,
I think overall though, she's pretty well positioned.
if we look at like Kasai, right, not running many blues, you get a lot of damage through on Kasai and are able to strip cards from her hand. The Cilio is same way. You really are only
Yeah.
struggling against like the really blocky decks, right?
And like theoretically, you have a plan because
Yeah.
you have. I mean, Brody Spurlock didn't run Mordred Tide, but generally you have Mordred Tide, and
Mhm.
you just say, "I'm gonna figure out a turn where I send 40."
Yeah, and you get to make the guy. The guy's so strong too.
Guy's so good, so big.
I think this deck's pretty good. I really like this deck.
She might be another A.
I
She
think it's
might
an
be
A.
up there.
I think it's like A. I think
think
maybe
so.
like here. I think here feels good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about Ziggy. I know Berto, you were talking about Ziggy. Do you want to talk about Ziggy?
So I've been playing this like over the past week, using the I believe Danish national champion
Yeah.
in the list.
I
Yeah,
like
he
that
went
list
8
when I
and
looked
1.
at it. Yeah, I like that list.
The list is very good. It's doing a lot of cool things. So like at minimum, I would put Ziggy in A tier. Like he's a known quantity.
Yeah.
Made top 8 at US Nats, won 2 Nats. So obviously the power is there.
Mhm.
My thing is playing this deck over the past week, it still feels like there's something missing from the list.
Yeah.
Like there's something like some amount of refinement that we just are missing at the moment.
Mhm.
Because when I like it has Gone Flash. But a lot of the time when I play it, it feels like Gone Flash kind of just sits in the arsenal because why would you swing Gone Flash when you can just play the aura you're gonna use to bounce
Mhm.
Gone Flash and then swing it for 5 instead?
Yeah.
So like the good like it is gonna be doing Gone Flash Lightning Use shenanigans, but I've also found that having Lightning Use allows you to do other options outside of Gone Flash that people don't really talk about. Like one thing I did into a Guardian was I had a Spectral Shield out. Swung it for 5 and then went after Etchings. Then I kept it alive for the turn. My turn starts back up. I swing it, pop Lightning Greaves, go Vessel's Coalescence, move those counters onto Vessel's Coalescence, swing that to 8 because it's Reality Refractor. This was an old trick that Enigma used to do. But now, instead of Cosmos making things cheap, you pay 2 and swing with Reality Refractor, so they're coming in for 8 instead of 4. It's like you can just kind of do these things with all of these orders that I haven't seen people talk about as much.
Mhm.
And like you have an aggressive turn, pop Lightning, he's playing aura, go into like Haze Bending or Shimmers.
It's so strong.
So it still feels like in a lot of ways someone can come in with a build that no one else really thought of and just run away with things.
It feels like a true toolboxy deck too, right? Like in my head, when I
Yes.
think about this deck, it's like we're just slotting in cards for whatever feels right in this meta. It's really cool. It truly, I think about this a lot with card games, is how like early on in card games life spans, a lot of the time devs are inexperienced with crafting specific decks, so they are better suited to crafting cards and having players figure out the decks. And then later on, we do this thing where devs kind of make decks and then release them in the sets to have us figure out. And with Ziggy, they talked about how like the deck is supposed to be reality. Yeah, it's supposed to be Frodius Ziggy, but we don't have all the tools yet. So this like Refractor Ziggy plan is really, it feels like a community made thing. Like they probably did think of it, and they're geniuses. Like I couldn't make this game.
Oh no, they knew about it. That's what the Phantom Tide.
Yeah, they exactly, they knew about it. But like the constant iteration of this deck has been super cool to watch from the outside. I really like it. It feels truly like we're just in the mines. We're picking stuff up. We're figuring out how to make this deck work properly.
Like
Yes, this is how illusionists always are. It's
Yeah.
always illusion that comes out and it takes us like 3 to 6 months of the working in the basement to
Yep.
figure out how to
Yep.
make it broken, and then it's
Yep.
broken, and everyone's like, "I always knew this deck was broken," and when it like wasn't for the last
So-
6 months.
The other thing about the deck is that it uses overcrowded incredibly well.
It's probably the best overcrowded deck, right?
I don't think
Definitely.
any other deck can argue that
Yeah.
they use overcrowded better. Like, you odds are by the time, like, if you have a lightning flow with Spectre Shield and an embodiment out, you're blocking 4 or 5 from the arsenal while paying nothing.
Mhm.
Like, no other deck uses overcrowded as well as Ziggy.
Yeah.
Also, this is my first time playing a deck with, what is it, Ripple Away? Oh my god, that card's broken, man.
Yeah, Ripple is crazy.
That card is insane, man.
Just-
Like, going up against Nagua and they go Skyward
Kill
City,
me.
I'm like, oh, Ripple Away. Your turn is now over. You don't get to play the game now.
So Berto, for like the Ziggy plan into fatigue is like, are you just trying to like go on and flash them at the end of the game, or
I need
Is it just-
so if you've ever played an illusionist before, you will know how important developing a macro game plan is into them, and that is something that I'm still like figuring out because,
Yeah.
like, how do you apply pressure, get them to block, and then send out haze bending or shimmers when you're just sending for 5 without go again? It's very possible that they should have like an iris in the sideboard just to make sure that you can always convert your hands well and keep the pressure on, but that's something that I would have to test out first.
It makes sense. Do we want to
But
put? Oh, sorry. You go.
it still feels like this deck is already doing very powerful things while being extremely unrefined in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's a really powerful deck too. Do we want to put her? Want to put Ziggy? Where is A? But where do we want to put Ziggy in A?
I think like after being set might be a good spot.
Here.
Well, my other question is what, obviously it doesn't have all the tools, but is Ziggy without Reality Fractor just absolute like bottom?
Yeah, deck sucks.
That-
Deck
Yeah,
sucks.
Proteus
Yeah.
Ziggy is even the devs were like, that's one of the ones that we released that it's a slow burn. We're gonna slowly release support for it. It'll be good eventually, but right now
Yeah,
it's
I
at
can
this.
see how it can become good one day, but we're not at that point at the moment.
Is there anything we want to change with the list? Like, I'm kind of thinking maybe we move one of these two down. Maybe Fi goes down.
Okay,
Oh my god, it's
Is-
stuck.
what is this?
I can't move
Is
the tier list anymore.
Are Pleiades, Fang, and like Teklo really in the same tier? Cause that's kind of tripping me out. I feel like Fatigue Pleiades is a lot better than some of these other B decks. Especially because we're like all predicting that fatigue meta is kind of here, and that's like her bag.
Hmm.
I think it's just that we don't, since there hasn't been that much fatigue Pleiades recently, we're like evaluating her less. It's just no one's been playing this deck recently. The guys who made it haven't like revealed yet how to currently in this meta beat all the top decks.
Yeah.
Like, what funny matchup plan do you have? Like, I don't think
Yeah.
it'll be I guess that doesn't make it worse, but the people who will be playing it probably won't be playing it as well as what Damian Riggins and
Yeah.
Pro could figure out. So I think she gets to be with like Fang and Teklo because that's at least she seems similar to Teklo in my head. With there's people who could probably
That I-
like learn a lot and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but most people will just be like moving the cards around and having a good time.
Yeah, I think I just hate Fang. I don't know.
I mean, this deck is good, right? Bird is consistently placing 9th at every event.
She's always like just. It feels like every time she's almost there,
Yeah.
she either like runs into margin on a Cilio.
No,
and
no,
a
she
Cilio-
always loses to Majin, like every time. It's like really sad.
That's so sad.
Like Fang has never really done well into a Cilio,
Yeah.
and I've just seen here like announce it happen. I'm like, oh, any other matchup, and I feel like she would have been so much happier.
Yeah.
Like so much more happy to face anything else. And then there was the classic Verdansk new game where, like, it was just like horrible bad beats on her part, I believe.
Mhm. Yeah, it was the Verdant's new game was like, by all means, Verdant's, it's like almost a 90-10. It's so bad. Verdant's just straight loses, but Majin like clutched it like 18 billion times. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
Verdance always did that. It was so weird. She always won matchups that were unwinnably bad for her. It didn't make any sense.
This guy's the #1 green hater. He hates green things, man. This is ridiculous.
It's Earth Heroes, man. They do evil things.
Earth Heroes are awesome, man.
Does Acilio run Ripple away? I feel like
No.
that.
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, good. I was like, that would make Fang's life even worse.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
Fang might be a dark horse. He might. You think Fang's as good
I
as
think that's-
Aurora? You know, I'm like crying thinking about it. Like Aurora's got to be better than Fang.
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking, dude. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Aurora Dark
No,
Horse.
no, please put her
Oh,
in, please.
Well, then
Dude.
Marlin's going down. Then Marlin's going down. I think.
No,
I
Marlin's
think
also
Puffin goes
good.
up. I think Puffin goes up.
That's fair.
I think Fang goes down. Or
Fi?
Fi.
You
I think
think
Fi
Fi's
goes. I
going
think Fi
down?
go down one by one. Literally just 1 whole point.
He's trying to make the chart symmetrical.
Do you want me to go back up? We'll put it back up then.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
surprised. Like someone hasn't just pulled out Fi and gone crazy with it.
I think it's another case of like you just play Syndra instead. Usually is what people would
Yeah.
rather do.
Yeah.
I think he might be B.
That was my only reason. Is like
Yeah.
these two decks are the same deck, but one of them's better. You know, like consistently.
There's like different matchup spread stuff. There's like
Yeah,
some back and forth, but
Is there any other big things that we want to change? Like, do we want to change any of the placings in A, or do we think this A placing is correct?
We got to do something, just like put on social media and get engagement.
Yeah.
Like,
I think having Teklo and B is already pretty engagement.
you just put a red circle over one hero at random. It doesn't matter which one,
Yeah.
and you put a red arrow towards the circle. That's, it's good.
but we just got to do it, but like for one of the dark horse heroes, like, what do they know?
We gotta put like Dory and Dark Horse. No.
I was about to say the same thing. Dory gets 9 gravies in a row and
yeah.
just fucking.
Yeah. If Dory only fights Grady the entire thing and does really good at draft, then she's kind of the best deck.
Is there?
We
Is
like
there-
we
Oh,
take
wait,
a
wait,
screenshot
wait.
of the tier list where Dory's an S, and then we change it back afterwards.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
for the fake.
Oh my god! Yeah,
thumbnail.
get her up there.
Screenshot
We gotta
time.
move. I forgot. We got to move it so do down 1 tier because he's a wizard and Jab
Yeah.
is part of this design.
Yeah. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. This is what this
And
is
just lie on the thumbnail. It's so easy.
There we go. Boom. Screenshotted. All right, fixing everything again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Does anyone want to talk about
Yeah.
anything else Fab related, or are we good?
No, we're good. It's lit.
Yeah, it's lit. It's lit. All right.
Hell yeah.
Bye bye.
See
Hey,
ya.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
you guys.